Hi, we're live. Was I live before? Were you just watching me put on headphones? Maybe you were. Hi, Aisha. I saw your comment, and I swear I thought that I was already live. So, yeah, I had to use the restroom, so that's why we're late. So, hi. I was gonna do something funny, like at the start, and I never did it. So it's a lost opportunity now. But let me just tweet out the stream really quick. I just started streaming and I'm already feeling it like, girl, like seriously. All right, what am I even doing? Oh my gosh. I was looking for my video and my video subscriptions because that's how tired I am right now. Because, I mean, obviously I subscribe to myself because, I'm so fabulous. So let's, my throat, girl, stop. Let's find my stream and tweet it out because I'm live. Oh my god. Oh, it's YouTube Studio, you are just not with it. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go to the video analytics of the video I'm like filming right now. Like, what? Girl, stop. How do I? Oh, there it is. There's the link. Okay. This is gonna be a fun stream because it's me, and I am just trash, untossable trash. Okay, let's pause myself so I'm not listening to myself in the past, which is like a Twilight Zone moment. We're not about that. Actually, we kind of are because like I love horror, and I won't talk. I might talk about horror movies on this stream. We'll see. I know that a lot of people probably aren't into that, so maybe I won't. But yeah, this is taking forever to load, girl. Twitter. Okay, there we go. Now I can tweet finally. Okay, let's do it. Or no, I can't because my computer. Gah. Okay. Yes. All right. All right. I know that you're here, Aisha, and I'm not looking at the comments right now because I'm doing other things, tweeting out that I'm live because that's important. I hope you're doing well. How are you? No, you didn't really miss anything because I had to go to the bathroom, and I also just, I don't know. I don't know. I've been feeling kind of, I don't know, nervous and weird lately, and I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's been stressful lately, so, and I don't really want to get into it. So, but I hope you're doing well because I really care about that. I love you, and I hope all of you are doing well. Well, there's only one person, two people watching. Hi. Yeah. So I'm hoping you guys are doing well because it's crazy out there right now, and we just need to love each other, you know. So yes, how are you guys? Um, yes. Oh, I will. I'll text you later. We'll see. And it's nothing bad, but it's stress, you know. Um, so let's see. What do you want to talk about? I literally just clicked live, and I'm just like, let's just go. Let's just do it. Mostly because I have a day off, and I like spending my days off in front of a camera. Because again, like, you know, being in front of a camera is like strangely therapeutic for me in a lot of ways. Um, because I feel like I can be the most honest in front of a camera. Maybe that's a little weird, it's another like personal thing of mine. So I don't know, maybe, but yeah. I'm not gonna. I want to talk about a couple of things a little bit later, but since there's not many people watching right now, I kind of want to wait for that and just kind of let people come. I hope this isn't gonna be a failed stream. That would be sad, but oh, I don't care. It's fine. I should have probably tweeted. I should have probably streamed like a few hours ago, but I don't know. I mean, it's quarantine, right? So like no one's out really. So they should be here. They should be here for me, girl. Hi, Chrisiv. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Well, yes, I do, but I want to wait a little bit before I talk about it. And maybe I shouldn't talk about it because, like, this isn't an age-restricted stream, so I was going to talk about Fire in His Fingertips because why not? But I mean, I guess I can't really talk about it. I mean, I won't show you anything, so it should be fine, right? I don't know. But like, I kind of want to talk about it. I've been reading a little bit. Oh, right now is the start of Shay's manga readathon, I believe, unless I'm completely wrong. So I haven't read anything today yet. I need to. I should. I really should, because I've just been like so unmotivated lately, and just been playing Animal Crossing all the time, because that's like the only like thing I can do right now that is like that just like relaxes me, I guess. And I tried reading a manga, and it's something that like I was kind of looking forward to because of the cover, and I think I showed it in my other video or my other stream, but it's Manic Short Shots. It's the one with the fabulous, what do you call it, jock straps. I hope this doesn't get flagged or something, but it started out really funny and really amusing, and then it did the thing that BL tends to do from this era. When was this published, by the way? Well, this edition was published in 2010. Oh my god, this print. What the frick does that say? 2006. So I guess it's not super old. It's not as old as I thought, but like, mid 2000s BL, it's a lot of dubious consent and straight up just not for me. And it was very sad because it has some really funny lines about the jock straps that just made me laugh so hard. And then the guy with the long hair just becomes a typical mid 2006 seme that assaults the main character. And I was just like, ugh, I'm done. I don't need it. I've seen it 1,000 times. Ugh. Anyway, yes. I know, I have my grandma reading glasses out. This is like, I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far away. Yeah, that's right. And and this font, like that font, I will show you, like what, maybe I can't show you because it's got stuff, but like the way that the way that they wrote it, like look at that. What the fuck? I can't read that. I can't. It's stupid. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, once I read, like, a BL that is, like that, I just don't want to read anything else. There's something odd about it. Like, I need to find something that I really like. We can talk about another manga that I recently started. Actually, I read this completely. I am so tired right now. I read The Rules of Love by Erika Sakurazawa. Did I talk about this last time? I can't remember if I did or not. I think I said I was reading it. But this was really good. I really, really like her stories. This one is the one about the young girl named Chizu who falls in love with the infuriating Taku, who is a player and cheats on everybody. And it's such an interesting story. I really like it. I like the themes and what the mangaka is trying to like say about it, because like it's so honest about shitty relationships, and I love that. I love that because it's something that we don't really talk about. We don't talk about how, well, I guess we do, but you don't talk about it enough that there are people out there who are just shitty, are just shitty human beings. The part in this that really messed me up in this manga a little bit, and I guess if you don't want spoilers, then mute the video. But the main guy in this, Taku, um, it is sad. He basically gets a girl pregnant and then breaks up with her, and she has an abortion like right before he breaks up with her, and he just moves on. And that fucked me up a little bit. Like, and I'm sure that's obviously that's happened. Like, that's just freaking insane, and like it's awful. It's fucking awful, and I appreciate that the mangaka put that in there because it's such like an important freaking like message to put into any kind of story. Like, God, it's so surreal. Like, it's so real, and that's what I like about it. But I don't know, it's one of those things where like you have to think about who you're dating, and it's hard to do that because you don't really know a person until they fuck you over. So like, it's hard. And especially when you're like in love with someone, it's also very hard because you're blinded to all that. Like, you don't see a lot of the signs that your friends might see. So it's really interesting. And I don't know, I really liked it. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite thing that she's ever written, but I did enjoy it a lot. I would say pick it up and give it a read because it's very poignant, I think. Yeah, Taku is a complete tool. Absolutely. Oh, God, I just did not like him at all. Um, yeah. So I need to read something. I was thinking actually of starting Komi Can't Communicate maybe, because I feel like this would be a good manga to like just kind of relax with. So I feel like I should read this. I know Shay really likes this series, and I'm really curious about it. If you guys have read it, let me know and what you guys thought of it. But I've been wanting to read it. It looks really funny and cute. So yeah, I can show you some of the art, I guess. Let's see. It is kind of 4 panel, I think. You do get these really nice like full shots though that I really like. I think that's really cool. I've heard this has also gotten like, it does get I don't know if dramatic's the right word, but it does talk about certain topics, I guess. So yeah, like this is like the formatting, like the 4 panel comics. So that's kind of cool. I'm curious about it, so we'll see. I'm interested in that. Um, oh, so so we're in quarantine now, and I had kind of a like depressive spell a few nights ago, and I ordered manga when I probably shouldn't have, because Right Stuff was having a Sublime and Shoujo Beat sale, and I made 3 orders. I feel so bad. I shouldn't have done that. Most of the stuff that I ordered was out of stock because I did it on the last day of the sale. So I made an order of in-stock items, which I'll probably get in a couple weeks, I'm guessing, and then some out-of-stock items that I'm assuming I won't get for a while. But that's why I made multiple orders because, well, actually, okay. So I did those initial 2 orders, right? And then as soon as I finished the first or the second order, I realized I forgot to order 1 manga. And instead of just saying, screw it, I'm not going to buy it, it's fine, I ended up making another order that got me free shipping. So I didn't have to do that, but I did it anyway. Yes. So those videos will probably be coming soon. Hello, Alp, you. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm sorry. Hi. Thank you for joining my stream. Yeah, so I don't know. I will hopefully. I haven't been filming anything lately either. I just have not had the motivation to do anything except for Animal Crossing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know. I don't want to film right now, and I don't even want to edit. I have that video I need to edit that I've needed to edit for 2 weeks. So sometime I'll do it. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Yeah, definitely retail therapy. Damn it. I hate it because I was so good at not spending anything for a while because I didn't have a job. But as soon as I got that job, I was like, well, now I want to buy something. And I didn't need to, but I did it anyway. So I don't know, it is what it is. So that's fine. I mean, it is helpful, but I also need to read the manga that I have too. Yeah. Aisha would not like my collection at all because I haven't read half of it. So she would be a mess because I know she doesn't like having things unread on her shelves. And I try to read as much as I can, but and I've been reading a little more because of the pandemic and everything. But there's still a pretty good stack of stuff I haven't really read yet. So I'll get to it eventually. I just need that motivation. I need to find it. It's somewhere. I just need to find it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Yay! I'm glad you joined the stream, Rachel. That's awesome. I hope work's going well. Yeah. So, what else has been going on? In my Animal Crossing town, I actually have, I think, 3 new villagers now because I forced a few of them out, and yeah, so I did some time traveling a little bit, and I know that's kind of a taboo thing in the Animal Crossing community to do, but I don't really mind it. You play the game how you want to play it, and I had to get these villagers out of my town. So I finally got Moose out of my town, who was a villager, who was one of my starting villagers. And he was fine. I didn't dislike him. I don't dislike him some people do, because there are some people that are really really mean to certain villagers, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that mentality because I'm very much an everyone deserves love kind of person. So even the villagers that I find ugly, I still like. Rodney is one of my best friends in my town, my island rather. I love him. He is such. Oh, he's so sweet though. He is one of the kindest freaking villagers ever, and he's also very ridiculous too, and I like that. It makes it fun. It makes playing the game fun. So yeah, he's such a personality, and I love him. But I moved out Lopez, which I didn't like. He was one of the villagers that I was kind of in the middle on, I didn't really like him and I didn't really love him, or I didn't hate him either. So it was I don't really care if you move. I moved B out because Fuchsia moved in, who I know Fuchsia is a really popular villager. She's actually on the box art. I don't know if my camera's going to pick it up. Sorry. She's the pink. Oh God, the pink villager. It's really blurry. I'm sorry. But yeah, she's the pink deer villager, and I didn't buy her. I invited her to my town from my campsite, kind of because she was popular, and now I'm regretting it. So I'm thinking of selling her on the black market. If she ever moves out, I will like find what is it, Nookazon or whatever, and maybe be like, okay, what do you guys want for Fuchsia? Because I have her, but we'll see. I don't know. Let's see, what are you guys saying? Yes, I actually have seen the Sarah's on my dub. I'll pull up your comment. Cursive. Um, have you seen the Sarah's on my dub? They redubbed the Otters song. Ooh, like wait, so oh, I know what you mean. Like, yeah, in the dub. I love that dub. It is so fun. I adore it. I actually kind of memorized that song because I love it so much. Um, Let desire flow, never let it go. Let desire flow, never let it go. We possess a single body, we desire a certain fate. You're the same as everybody, you can strive for something great. I wasn't lying. I love that dub. That dub was written by Clint Bickham or Bickman. I never remember how to say his name. I think it's Bickham. He wrote the songs for all those for that series, and I love him. He also did a couple of translations for Tokyo Pop back in the day. What was the one he did? Oh my gosh. Oh, what was it? Oh my god, I can't remember. It was like it was like Eensy Weensy Monster, I think. Something like that. And I like him. He's also a voice actor. If you've watched the Haikyuu dub, he plays what is his name? The blonde, like the long hair blonde guy from from what do you call it? The Cats. Neko Hama, whatever that is. Oh, what is his name? It's Kuro's boyfriend. He plays him. Anyway, so yeah, I adore that dub. I adore it so much. The Otter song is the best song ever, and I love Rico Fajardo. He is amazing, and he's so good in that dub. Is it Rico that plays Mabu? Or am I thinking of someone else? Or was it Ian Sinclair? It was Ian Sinclair, wasn't it? See, I mixed them up in my mind. I don't know why. Yeah, so, okay, let's see, hold on. So Aisha wanted to get Phoebe out of her town, and yeah, you can sell your villages on the black market. There's basically, what is it called? It's like Nookazon or Nook something, and it's like you're in like a chat room kind of thing, and you kind of just say, I have a villager, what will you give me for them? And people will come to your island and give you like Nook Miles tickets or bells. And I don't know, maybe I won't do that, I don't know, because I'm kind of worried I'll get scammed, but it's kind of interesting because you can get a bunch of Nook Miles tickets for a certain villager too, so I don't know. It's kind of interesting. A little odd. I don't know. I kind of want to do it though because she's popular, and why not? um, here's a good hello Art Tech. Here's a good question from them. They ask, "Have you ever heard of Togainu no Chi?" Oh, I didn't know that he translated it. Clint Bickham translated that. He played Finland and Hetalia. Oh yes. Yes, he's also in the Dramatical Murder dub. I forgot about that. Oh my god. So yeah, I've heard of the Kaino no Chi. That is by the same, if I'm remembering right, the same like maker of Dramatical Murder. And my friend Morgan, Boyish Figure on YouTube, he adores that. Like he adores Dramatical Murder, the game. and I believe he loves Tegainu no Chi as well. I haven't played either of them. I've seen the anime of Dramatical Murder, and I like Dramatical Murder. I'm one of the weird ones that actually likes the anime, but I haven't seen or played the game yet. I've heard it's a lot better. My best boy is Noise. I adore him. Mostly, it's kind of because of the anime. He's like one of the only characters to like kiss the main character, so I kind of like I immediately shipped them after that. Even though it's just like an anime adaptation, so it's like there's I don't know if that's probably not like a true route. I don't know what the true route in that game is, but my friend Morgan, he loves Clear, who is played by Greg Ayres, who is one of my favorite people in the world. Fun fact about Greg Ayres, just because I want to talk about it again because I love him. So when I first met him in 2015, I went to Anime Detour in 2015, I believe, with my friend Britt, and he was a guest at that convention. He's like he almost goes there every year. That's one of his like favorite cons, and so around that time was the time that I like a few years earlier I came out, and he was one of the first people that I told that I came out, and he gave me some really really sweet advice about being myself and loving myself, and I have always loved Greg because of that, and so I can't like every time I think of him, that's what I think of. So it's kind of sweet. I really really like him a lot. He's a great guy. Let's see. Oh, cool. So Art Tech also got to meet Damon Mills. I really want to meet him. Oh my gosh, I want to meet him so bad. He is wonderful. I love him in like every role he's ever been in. What was the show that I really liked him in? I think, yes, it was. Oh gosh, what is it called? The Royal Tutor. I liked him as Kai in the Royal Tutor. That's one of my favorite like roles of his. He's great. I'm glad you got to meet him. I really, really want to meet him. And yeah, I've heard a lot of voice actors are actually unconfident, not confident enough with their singing. So I get that totally. I just do it anyway because I have fun. But that's really cool. I really want to meet him. It's really true. Yeah, people are also selling villagers on eBay. It's ridiculous. I don't want to do that because I don't want like to get real money for it. Oh hi! Oh my gosh! Hello. I'm trying to remember your real name. I'm so sorry. Ryan? I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, but hi, I'm glad you came to the stream. Oh, I love you. You're one of my favorite people. You're amazing. So hi. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Otakus for Life, please do it. They're amazing. I love their videos. They're so great. Please do it. Please, they're awesome. So hello, I'm glad you're here. Let's see. What else are we talking about? Yes. Oh, yes. I do like Clear as well. He's a very interesting character. I haven't played the games though. I want to. Is there an actual like legit translation of the game? I guess you just said there was, so maybe I could play it. I don't know. It's one of those things where like I don't want to play like I want to be a legit like version of the game. So like if I can buy it on Steam, maybe I'll get it. Even better if there is a Switch version. I'm there. I'm down. I will buy it immediately. Let's see. What else are we talking about? Oh, hello, Nicole. Thank you for joining the stream. Let's see. What are we? Oh, I'm lost in the comments now. So you mentioned something about. Oh, are you talking about? So I'm sorry. I'm going to highlight your comment because I'm not sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about the manga for Tegainu no Chi? Is that what you're talking about? Also, hold on. My throat. I know that Tokyo Pop released the manga for Tegainu no Chi. That's a hard title to say. It's like a tongue twister, but I don't think they ever like finished it. So that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, it's Tokyo Pop. What do you expect? Like seriously. So I would. It's really cool that you have that though. Like I hope that you get to learn Japanese to read it because that would be awesome. So yeah. That's sad. Oh, and hi, Rebecca. Nice to see you. How are you today? Um, oh, thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a good dinner. Oh, good. Did I get your name right, Ryan? I hope I did. I feel weird when I think of people's names and I'll know in my head that I know their name, and then I won't I'll mess up and I'll feel bad. Oh man. Oh, and here's another good question. Have you read or seen Classmates? I have read part of the first volume, and I enjoyed most of it. It just I didn't love it, and it's not bad or anything, but like something about it just didn't make me want to read more, if that makes sense. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I just had dinner. But I do want to see the film because I've heard the movie is so good, and I want to watch it so bad. I just haven't bought it from Aniplex because it's Aniplex, and that company does bother me a little bit. I mean, uh, I I do appreciate that they're putting out such high quality like Blu-rays, and that's awesome. But also, it's ridiculous that they're charging so much for their Blu-rays. So that's my opinion anyway, and obviously support it if you love it because please do. I should have already bought it because it's a released BL title in English. So yeah, or there's no dub, but it is in English. So I need to watch it for sure. Oh, nice. So it is on Steam. Thank you. I'll look into it. I'm not like this computer is like not the best, so I'll look into that eventually. Maybe once I can get like a new computer, maybe I'll buy it. We'll see. But I will. I do want to check that out. Um, okay, cool. Um, let's see. What else are we talking about? Oh, that's unfortunate. So I guess some of the games are hopefully coming out, but I will. If they ever do, I will definitely check it out. Um, that's cool. I will have to look into that though. That's awesome. Um, let's see. Yeah, the manga for Takagi no Chi is out of print right now. I haven't read it. I think I had a friend who didn't really like the manga, so I never gave it a shot. I don't know. So someday maybe I will, but as of right now, it's not like a high priority on my list. Most Tokyo Pop titles aren't right now. Um, so, I is there any series? Well, there goes that manga. Are there any series that I'm collecting? Um, let's see. I almost bought more volumes of Holic because I want to read more of that, but I never sit down and just read it. So I just need to read my books. I just need to do it. I do like that series though, and it's not that many books. There's only 7 of the omnibuses from Kodansha to buy. So, and I have 3 of them, so I have like half the series already. So I just need to bite the bullet and buy the rest of it. Um, are let's see. Are you guys reading anything lately? What are you guys reading or watching? I haven't been watching like any of the seasonal anime. A lot of my friends are, and I don't do seasonals very well. I can't get into it because what is it like? I don't like waiting every week. You know what I mean? Like I am so impatient, and I'd rather just watch the whole show in one day. So, or maybe like a few days. Like I'd rather binge watch something. So, but I know that people are enjoying Fruits Basket. I know that a lot of the shows are also on hiatus right now too. So, I guess I guess that was a dumb question, but still, I do want to check out a few of them. I know what is it? My Life as a Villainess, something like that. Villainess, I've heard is really good. I really want to check that out. Um, let's see. Yes, I knew Aisha would freak out about Holic again because I have to mention it in every stream because I do it for Aisha. And then Rebecca says that she just bought Loveless. That's cool. I read a little bit of Loveless and I watched the anime and I liked the anime, but I'm not really wanting to read anymore. I don't have the desire to read anymore, I guess. But I hope you enjoy it. I really do, because I know I have a friend who's really liking that one. Let's see. Oh, Rebecca! Yes, you're reading "Waiting for Spring." Oh my gosh, it's so good. I need to read more of that. See, dang, now you make me want to like go buy the volumes, but I'm not going to. I will eventually read more of it, but it's a really good first volume. I hope you enjoy it. That one's really good. Oh, sorry. It always moves before I get to the next comment. Aisha's reading Gate 7. I understand your like frustrations with that series because I read the first two volumes. My friend, one of my best friends, Britt Hollis here on YouTube. You should go subscribe to her. She's amazing. She gifted me the first two volumes, I believe, when it first came out. Maybe even just the first volume when it first came out from Dark Horse, because she liked the art. And I read it, and I enjoyed aspects of it. But honestly, girl, I cannot remember a damn thing about that story. I don't know what it was about. I remember that the guy was cute, maybe, but that's about it. And like the art is stunning. I love Clamp's art, especially in that one. I really like it, but I don't remember anything about the story. So I feel you. I hope that it gets better. I guess, and it's also on hiatus. So I guess even if you do get into it in volume 4, it's like, well, there you go. That sucks. I'm sorry. Let's see. I believe you're still talking about Tagai no Nochi from Tokyo Pop. Yeah, I know there are a lot of like problems with Tokyo Pop translations. I understand that. I don't really know much about translations in general, so I don't want to say yes or no to this because I don't. I've heard people talk about it, but I don't personally have any clue about like translations. I know that some people have like mentioned that they like what's the word? They will like, or I guess English translators in general or publishers. I don't know if it's a Japanese thing too. I don't know. It might be both. I don't know, but I've heard that like they'll like dumb down the language in order to appeal to a Western audience, and I don't know. I don't like that. So I wonder if that's what you're referring to. So yeah, it's unfortunate for sure. Um, oh, okay. Let's see, what is this? I've never heard of this show. You'll have to let me know. But beautiful boys who feel like baits. Oh, interesting. Well, I'll have to look into that maybe. I don't know. I like cute boys, so maybe we'll see. That's cool though. I hope you enjoy it for sure. Like enjoy what you're enjoying. That would be awesome. Um, oh, I have no idea what this is. Oh, I'm sorry. What's Yoko? I'm glad you enjoy it, but I have no idea what it is because I live under a rock when it comes to like new stuff. Oh, Ryan must have made a comment. Let's see. Definitely need to start watching Fruits Basket. Yes, I need to watch it too. Yeah, I haven't even started season 1, so yeah, I feel that because like I for Fruits Basket, I kind of want to like read the manga first before I watch the new anime. And even though my friends have like told me you don't have to read it necessarily to enjoy the anime, and I've seen the whole original anime series that came out like 2006, and I've read up to volume 6 of the manga, which I believe is where the anime stopped. So I don't know anything that happens after we find out about Kyo's like true form or his evil form. It's been years since I read it, so forgive me. But yeah, I need to check it out. I just haven't gotten to it yet. It's one of those things. But I'm really curious to see how my brain freaking died. How the new anime was translated, like how it came out, because I've heard amazing things. Oh my gosh, hiccups again. Hiccups, girl. Yay! Yes, Aisha. Yes, Queen. Brit is amazing. She's amazing. You need to subscribe to her. She is wonderful. I love her. Let's see. Oh, don't worry about typing, girl. It's fine. Have you met me? Like I stumble on my words a lot too. So like, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Yeah, a true statement. Absolutely. Because I don't even remember anything. Like, what was that even about? Like, I literally just remember the art being pretty, and that was it. I don't remember anything. And you're reading it now, and you don't. I am assuming you don't remember anything, or you don't understand either. So I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I don't know. And I don't know enough about like clamps either. So like I'm curious, like what they were thinking with that story, and or like who wrote it. See, I don't know anything about like, well, hardly anything about clamps. So like I don't know if they like switch writers or like rotate writers or not. And like I don't know. That's interesting. That's a good question to ask. Are they switching writers? I know it was originally like a really big group, and then it like narrowed down to 4, right, or 5, maybe. I don't remember, but yeah, it's a mess. Oh, let's see what you're reading. Let's see. Okay, so you're waiting for more Cast Heaven. Oh my God, that is a series that I think I talk about it in my video that I haven't edited yet because I am a lazy person. But that is a series that is so like, what's the word? I want to say endearing just because it keeps me reading, but it has so many tropes that I like usually would not like and I don't like, but for some reason I can't stop reading it. It's like reading a trashy Harlequin romance novel and I just can't stop. And you're also reading Hitoroshi Yume My Hero. I need to catch up on that series. I need to actually read the manga. I really like the anime. Um, there are aspects of it I don't like because like student-teacher relationships are not really my thing. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yari-chan Bitch Club is so ridiculous and fun. Again, lots of tropes, lots of things that I'm not like a huge fan of, but it's done in a comedic way, and I see it as satire, honestly. Even though I don't know if that was what the author was intending, but I like that one, and I did order volume 3, so yay, Bitch Club. And then Tokyo Ghoul Re, I've only read Tokyo Ghoul, the original, or the first like 11 or 12 volumes. I never finished it because I stopped reading it where the English publisher had stopped at the time, because they stopped, or like it wasn't like all fully out at the time. So I never got to read more of it, but I do like that series. That one's a good one. Let's see what else. Yay, more Yari-chan Bitch Club love. I like that series. It's fun. It's a fun, trashy time. Oh, Rebecca, I have wanted to read this series. Okay. So this is Hanger. I haven't read it, so I don't know a lot about it, but I have a couple friends who really enjoy it. Yes, Tokyo Pop does publish it right now. I think they're up to volume 3, and I think, is that the one about the cops? Are they cops or are they private investigators? I forget, but I've heard decent things about that one. The only thing that bugs me is that for some Tokyo Pop. Okay. For some strange reason, volumes 1 and 2 have like red spines, and then volume 3 has a white spine. And or something like that. Like they changed the spine color, and I don't understand. I don't understand why. Like maybe it's a new arc or something, but that just bugs me. That just bugs me. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. But I am kind of curious about that series. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, hey, I was just talking about you. Hi, Britt. How are you? I plugged you. You guys should subscribe to Brit. She's amazing. She's amazing. So yes, I love you. Hi. Let's see. What else are we talking about? Yes, I like Fruits Basket. I want to read more of it, or yeah, I want to finish it. So eventually, I will. Um, what else? Um, I'm again lost in the chat again. Because I keep like highlighting comments and then people will comment again and I don't see it because there's a delay. So I'm sorry. Um, let's see. Um, my brain is dying. My brain is dying. Um, yes. Well, this is what I was talking about. So I forget what we were talking about. I'm sorry. Both volumes of the manga. Oh, Tokai no Mochi. Yes. Yeah, I want to check that series out. I believe that's what you're talking about. If not, I'm sorry. I'm glad you enjoy it, and I wish there was more out. That's just kind of like the unfortunate thing about older releases that just didn't do well. It's really sad. Oh, I've actually wanted to check this movie out. Are you enjoying this movie? I've heard it's actually pretty cute, or it looks cute at least. I want to check it out. I want to read it, or watch it. I've seen it. I know of it though. And yes, Britt, I was talking about you. Only good things, of course. Only good things. Let's see. Okay, cool, Aisha. Okay, good. So I thought that's probably what happened. Is like they like rotated and maybe I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's weird. So I'm glad that that makes more sense now that they rotate the writers. So that makes sense. Um, yeah, let's see. Um, yeah, I think we all have a huge reading list. At least mostly. I mean, I buy so much that I don't read, so I need to get to it eventually. But I read it eventually. It takes a little while, you know. It takes a little while. Um, let's see. Oh, I'm glad you're doing better, Britt. I love you. Okay, I love you so much. You're amazing. And I hope you have a good day. I really do. Or I hope your day gets better. Because you're amazing. I love you. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, so we're talking about Hanger again, and I thought it was the police manga. That really intrigues me because like that just seems like a fun like story. So, and I've heard that artist is also really good, so I want to check it out. And yeah, I totally agree that it annoys me when they change the spine like continuity. It annoys me so much, and I can't believe they did it again. Like they had this problem back in the day with like the logos, and I don't know. It's just it's kind of frustrating. It's not like a huge deal. I understand it's not a huge deal, but it's still frustrating. I wish I had continuity, but we just don't. We just don't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You were talking about Yarich, and I don't. Again, I get lost in this chat. I'm sorry. Um, yes, I want to reread your comment with that in mind. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, okay, yes. I did hear about that with the mangaka that she originally started that series as like just a random it was like a web comic, I think. And she didn't like it intended to be a series at all, if I'm remembering right. I really like it though. It's fun. Oh, okay. So I'm glad you're enjoying Oko's Inn. I will have to check it out because I like when anime talks about death and talks about grief. So that intrigues me even more now. So I will definitely have to check that out because I like watching anime films. They're really easy to watch. So I guess I'm gonna do a segue into something that I want to talk about. So I have been watching a lot of horror movies lately, and I'm sorry if you don't like horror movies. You can mute the video. I won't talk about any like of the gory details or anything. Don't worry. But I recently watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre last night, and I was kind of like blown away in a little bit. Like, so I for my whole life, my parents have like told me never to watch that movie because they're parents. They don't want their children to watch anything like grotesquely violent. But what's interesting about that movie is like you don't actually like see a lot of the violence. It's kind of like off screen. So which I personally think is like much more effective than actually like showing the blood and gore and all that crap. I feel like filmmakers. I'm sorry, my nose is actually girl stop. I feel like filmmakers like tend to show too much nowadays, and that leaves your imagination out of it. And I feel like they also don't like respect the audience members as much as they should. Um, yeah, Shudder, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, so the reason I want to talk about this one in particular, um, I watched a video that was really disturbing about it. Apparently, everything in that movie was basically real. Like, there were certain scenes within the movie where they were going to use fake blood, but because it was so hot, the blood coagulated, and so the blood wouldn't like come out of her finger or wherever the cut was. So this was in the scene where they like, maybe I shouldn't talk about it. It's gross. I'm sorry, but there's a scene where the final girl gets like her finger cut, and in that scene, the actor who played Leatherface, who cuts her finger, was so frustrated that the fake blood wouldn't come out, and they had put like tape over the knife so that it wouldn't actually hurt her. So he takes off the tape and actually cuts her finger in that scene, and that scene is her literally reacting to the actor cutting her finger. And that freaking just disturbed me so much after I learned about that. So that's why that film kind of like just fascinates me, because it's like one of those movies that I hope would never be filmed today, but because it was such a low budget like 70s horror movie, like they could get away with that, and that's freaking insane. Yeah, I know that you had studied it in film. That's kind of why I wanted to watch it, because like if you studied it in class, like there's got to be something there. And I really, I don't want to say I enjoyed it, but it was definitely like a well-crafted film. Like the cinematography was incredible. There's some really amazing shots in that movie, and it's good. I liked watching it. It's hard to describe because like I didn't enjoy it, but it was fascinating at the same time. Yes, the scene where the guy gets hit by the iconic like opening kill scene, or not opening, but like the first kill, what you're talking about, the convulsing, that was freaking terrifying. Oh, and also, I'm sorry, I don't want people to get grossed out, but there's also a scene where like they're like trying to have the grandfather hit the girl with a sledgehammer. That was a real sledgehammer, and if he actually had hit her, she probably would have freaking died. So that's another thing. That's just another like fascinating thing about that movie that like freaking terrifies me, because they got away with a lot. That's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. It's just one of those like things that just fascinated me about the movie. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I want to read a comment. I'm sorry. Let's see what this is. I'm sorry. Let's see. Dog P95. Oh, Dogma. Oh, yeah, I know about that. Oh, yeah. Okay. that makes sense. That's kind of terrifying though. And also like again, I don't want to gross anyone out. I'm sorry, but like the bones in that movie were also real human bones too, which is very similar to like the poltergeist scene with in the pool, which the actress didn't know that those were real bones until after she shot the scene. It's crazy. It's freaking. The 80s and 70s were crazy. I don't. I wonder if there are films today that are like that. There must be, but oh, it's terrifying. Yeah, it is fascinating. Um, yeah, and don't worry, Aisha. I don't want anyone to like force anyone to watch it, of course, because if you don't feel like you can handle it, don't. Um, Obviously, I love horror movies. I just love them. I have a very like like fondness for the macabre, and I love like Stephen King, and I've always loved Stephen King, and like I like it. I don't know. There's something about it that like I like getting scared and nervous. But there's also a lot of crap out there. There's so many crappy horror movies. I watched like 4 of them in a row, and that was before I watched. Was Texas Chainsaw Massacre the first like good one I watched? I forget. I don't remember, but I watched like 4 of them in a row, and I just couldn't handle it because I got a Shudder like free trial, and Shudder is like the Netflix of horror films. So if you want to watch some really good horror movies, go to Shudder. You can watch some really good ones on there. They also have a Creepshow remake that I really want to watch, like a television show of Creepshow, but it's like modernized, I guess. I think I need to watch it. I've heard it's really good. Um, yes, I am also very much the same, Aisha. I also like suspense movies. One really good thriller I watched, one of the only like good thrillers I watched on Netflix, was The Gift. That was a really good movie. It stars Jason Bateman in a role that is very un-Jason Bateman because he usually is in like a lot of comedies. This one is like a suspense thriller about someone from his past coming back into his life, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it's kind of like a stalker story. It's really good though. It's really good. I would highly recommend it. Very well done. So you should, if you can handle it. There's nothing. I don't remember. There's nothing like overtly. There's something disturbing in it, but it's not shown. If that makes sense. So I recommend it. It's good. Anyway, that was one of the only good films I watched on Netflix at that time. So I had to give it a shout out because it's good. It's really good. Let's see. Yes, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm losing the chat right now. Yeah, I definitely agree. I do love the old 70s and 80s horror movies. Like the exploitation films are really interesting. I really like Wes Craven. He directed The Last House on the Left. I really like that movie. It's a very low budget, and that makes it even more like creepy. And that's what I liked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. I'm sorry, but like the graininess and the grittiness of the camera, like it looks like they just filmed a bunch of shitty things happening to real people, and that's why it feels so authentic to me. Like if you tried to remake that today, there would be like so much like gratuitous gore that you don't need to see, and like CGI, and it would be so horrible. But because it's from the 80s, they don't have that, or the 70s, they don't have that technology, and that makes it even better. Also, I'm a huge fan of practical effects. I love practical effects in movies. So like The Thing is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I love that movie so much. So yeah, I love practical effects and puppets and all that. It's so good. Yeah, you have to wonder about like the ethics of everything too. Like, I don't know if they could get away with it, but then again, I don't know. Hollywood's kind of a weird, creepy place, and they might be able to somehow. I don't know. Um, Um, yeah, I like Jason Bateman too. I like him as well. I really like him in Identity Thief. That's one of my favorite movies. I adore that movie. It's so funny. And I'm also a big fan of Melissa McCarthy. I know a lot of people don't really like her, but I think she's hilarious. Um, so yeah. Um, Yeah, you should definitely check out Shutter. It's really good. It's actually with two Ds, so like a Shutter. But yeah, you should definitely check it out. I really like it. They have a lot of good like older horror in there too. I was starting to watch Black Christmas because I was very curious about it. And I started it, but I couldn't really finish it, so I'll try it again. Oh yay! We have some fun facts. Um, the guy who played the hitchhiker at the beginning was also the suit actor for Lord Zed. That's amazing. And actually, I was looking up that actor because I was so curious. He's also in anime. He was in a lot of ADV dubs as well, like the older ones. He was in Gotcha Man, and oh, what else was he in? I can't remember the other ones, but like older shows. I think he was in one of the like the Get a Robo shows as well. So yeah, that's amazing though. I love that he was Lord Zed. That's awesome, and he's actually one of like the creepiest actors in that movie. I really liked the Hitchhiker. Ooh, he was insane, insane. Yeah, yeah. I totally agree, Britt. You never know what is real in a movie, and that's kind of what's really like freaky to think about. Yeah, and especially in like sex scenes too. Yeah, that's and there's a lot. I've heard a lot of like stories about like actors that like hated their sex scenes, especially. I don't remember what there was like a video I watched about it. Um, where like the two actors were like supposed to be like really like they're in the context of the movie they were like in love, but like it was like with the Notebook, I guess Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams hated each other, absolutely hate each other, and then they started dating each other in real life, and then they broke up, and it was very interesting and very odd. um, so yeah, it's movies and that sort of thing just fascinate me. So definitely something that I love talking about. I love thinking about the behind the scenes stuff and just what people go through. Oh, and another thing, another horror movie that I love like talking about is The Shining because Stanley Kubrick was fucking insane. And I mean, he was a genius, but he was insane. And like he put Shelley Duvall through hell in that movie. Like she would have like 9 hour takes, or I don't know how long, but she would like continuously film a take for hours just to get the right amount of uh like disorientation or being disoriented. So yeah, that's insane. Hello, Tyrell. How are you? Um. Oh. Yeah. I did see about that. That was really sad. Yeah. I saw that Fred Willard died. That made me really sad. It's a sad time right now. It's really hard. I wish their families the best because that is not. It's so sad. So sad. Um, yeah. Um, oh, interesting. So they asked directors not. Oh, see that's really. Oh, that's really creepy. Oh, gosh. I mean, I could see it though, because like you never know what's faked and what's not, and that makes me really, really creeped out. Um, Oh yeah, yeah, they were mistreated a lot. And not to get like super dark, but there's also a dark side of Hollywood that could get into that I don't really want to get into because it's really it's so creepy and you don't want to think about it. But especially involving child actors, if you know, you know what I'm talking about. But mm, it's so creepy. And yes, I also love paranormal horror. That's one of my favorites. Um, Poltergeist is amazing. Terrified me as a kid. Utterly traumatized for my whole childhood because of that movie. Another one that I really love is Insidious. That's a more modern movie. Actually, I also really like. It's not. I don't. I mean, it's in that genre, but what's it called? The Lady in White is one of my favorite like ghost story movies. I love that movie. That one also really terrified me as a kid. Although rewatching it, it's not as scary as it was when I was younger. But that one was horrifying. Oh, but I love it as well. Um, yeah, yeah. Actually, okay. So I don't actually know what Judy Garland went through. I need to research because like I can only imagine what she went through, and I don't really want to imagine it. I've heard certain conspiracy theories about that movie, but not. This is obviously real, but like other things about that movie too. But I definitely have to look into that because it's sad. It's really sad what they go through. Oh, um, interesting. Let's see. So I've not read any Jane Austen novels, but I know that she was very popular and like obviously classic, like obviously. But I don't really know much about her, so it's very interesting, definitely. And I mean, obviously she did because it's you know she's kind of like the groundwork for romance, but I've never like truly like experienced her writing, so I can't really truthfully answer that question. But it's interesting for sure. Um, let's see. Um, yeah. Oh man, I didn't want this to get really sad and depressing. I guess I talked about like something morbid, but yeah, it's sad when people die. I don't like that. It's very very sad. Very sad. Especially like not just celebrities either, but like I have a few like favorite celebrities that did not like that died way too soon. So what's one of my favorites? River Phoenix is a big one that I am still not over. I loved him. Oh, I loved him so much. And then also who else? Oh my gosh, I can see his face. Anton Yelchin recently. He was such a good actor. Oh my god. Oh, he was so good. Um, all right, moving on from that for a second, though. I haven't actually watched much Korean horror. I get Korean and Japanese horror mixed up sometimes. I've seen J horror though, like The Ring and Ju-on or The Grudge. I've seen those. I haven't seen any like Korean horror. I don't think. And I'm not sure. I think this one's also Japanese, maybe. But Dark Water is on Shudder. I don't know if that's Korean or if that's Japanese. I haven't looked into it. I think it's Japanese, but I'm not sure. It's Asian. We'll just call it Asian horror. But I do really like their horror. Um, they're very very creepy, and it's just really good. I agree with you. I have to look. Give me recommendations for good Korean horror. I'll have to look into White. I will look into that one. I'll look into that one for sure. Um, See again, I don't know. I don't really know Japanese voice actors very well, so I'm sorry, but I'm very sad that he died. For that Kenji Fujiwara died. I'm very sad. I just don't like death in general, so I'm sad about that. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so sad. Oh my god, that is awful. That is freaking awful. Wow. Okay, yeah, Hollywood fucking sucks. Oh my god. So, poor Judy Garland. That's awful. Oh my god. Um, yeah. Oh my god. Now I'm really sad. Ugh, gosh. We'll highlight the next comment just to like talk about something else, which is kind of interesting. So my friend and I were actually talking about Silence of the Lambs last night because I was watching Black Christmas and she was watching Silence of the Lambs, and we just kind of got on the topic of like thriller and horror in general. And I really, really liked that movie. I haven't watched it since I watched it when I was younger because it's very effective and like it gets under your skin. It's one of those kinds of movies, especially Buffalo Bill. Oh my god, that he still haunts my dreams. Oh my gosh, so crazy. That's a good film though. That is a really good film. Um, hmm. I'm not sure about some of these comments. I'm sorry. Some of them I'm not sure what we're talking about. I'm sorry. I really do want to see this movie though. I've heard Parasite is amazing, and I definitely need to watch it. It's one of the movies that's definitely on my list to watch. He directed The Host, if I'm not mistaken. Another film I need to watch. I am so behind in everything. Um, so there's a good question, and it's one that I personally can't answer because I've actually not really watched any K dramas. But if you guys have any recommendations, please give me recommendations or give us recommendations in the comments for good K dramas. I know my friend, I think Shay watches K dramas. I don't remember, but I have friends that watch it, and I do want to. I did watch one on Netflix, and I can't remember what the name was now because it's not on Netflix anymore. About the war, there's a soldier in war who got like injured, and I think the nurse fell in love with him, but I can't remember the name of it, so I'm sorry, but I like that one for sure. Um, yeah, I've heard Parasite is really good, and I want to watch it. I'm very intrigued by films that are more thought provoking, and I like it. I also really want to watch The Lighthouse too. That's another one that I've heard really good things about from last year. Um, yeah, I'll have to check out White, Aisha. I definitely want to. I'll have to write that down so I don't forget. Um, Yes. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. So actually, Old Boy is also on Shudder. So I have that in my list to watch. I forgot that that was on there. I've heard that one's really really good and very very like what's the word? Not just thrilling, but like it gets under your skin and there's like a lot of like dark themes in that movie. So I definitely want to watch that for sure. I've heard really good things. I think it's based on a manga as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it is. Viz put it out, I believe. Um, yes, I love Anthony Hopkins. I've always loved him. Not just in Silence of the Lambs, but I love him in almost everything he's done. Basically, he's a fantastic actor. I loved him in the Legend of Zorro. I love that movie. What else was he in? He's been in a lot of films. He's really good. And I also am a fan of Jodie Foster as well. Very, very phenomenal actors. I love them. Um, oh, here's a good question. Okay, what is the weirdest anime I've ever seen? Okay, so let me think. Honestly, like the first one that popped in my head was I did a video on it actually a few months ago. I don't remember the title. It's the one about the boys. Um, what is it called? It's like it's filmed through the perspective of the girl. It's like an Otome game kind of, where the camera will like pan over the boys and they'll interact with you. I did a video on it. It's like one of my videos that's titled like "This anime is trash" or something. But it was fun to watch just because it was so strange. but that's one of the weirdest I've seen. Higurashi is one of my favorite, like, weird anime, I guess. It might be weird. It's wonderful, though. I love Higurashi When They Cry so much. Oh, so good. So good. If you like horror, that is definitely one to watch for sure. So good. Um, oh, that's interesting. See, so I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say if I agree with that or not. So I don't. I literally don't know the plot of Parasite because I tend to like to go into movies blind. But I do believe, like, from what I've heard about it, I believe it that it deserved to win Best Picture. But I have to watch it myself to say for sure. But I don't really have an opinion because I haven't seen it, so I can't say. And I don't know what it's about, so I can't say if it's horror or not. But I definitely want to check it out for sure. Yes. Oh, thank you, thank you. This is actually what I was talking about. Yeah, Descendants of the Sun was the one series that I watched part of on Netflix. I really liked it, but I couldn't, like, I have a very small, I guess, attention span sometimes, and like K dramas are usually very long, and so like the episodes were just really long, and it was very hard for me to like get into, I guess. But I did like what I watched. It was very cute. Um, let's see. Here's a good comment from Aisha. Um, yeah, there are a lot of K dramas on Netflix that I want to watch and check out. I don't really have any like in mind off the top of my head, but there are a lot of good ones or ones that I've heard are good, or maybe. My brain is dying. One K drama that my friend will recommend to everyone, and I haven't seen it myself, so I can't recommend it, is Goblin. I've heard that one is incredible, and I really want to watch it. Um, yes. Oh, I love Train to Busan. I forgot. That's also wonderful. That one is great. I it's so good. It's very emotional. It's one of those movies I probably can't like rewatch very often just because it's so like emotionally driven. But I really like that one. That one's also very effective. Was that also by the director of Parasite? I don't remember. My knowledge of Korean horror movies and or movies in general is kind of like not as good. But yeah, I do love that movie though. That was really good. They're making a sequel or a kind of sequel to it, and the trailer was already released, and it looks very different from Train to Busan. So I'm curious about it though, even though it's very different, because it's not like a survival horror movie. It kind of looks like Fast and the Furious mixed with zombies. So it looks very different, but I am curious about it for sure because I love that movie. Um, let's see. Here's a good question. Do I read any horror manga currently? Not really. I haven't read anything since like Higurashi, honestly. I'm trying to remember though. Have I? Mm, not really horror. I'm trying to. Oh, like the closest I could say like that I've read kind of recently. It's only been like maybe about a year though. Was I don't know if it's more of like a comedy, horror comedy, but Frankenfran was one that I really liked the first couple volumes of. I really like that one. Oh, and also, oh my gosh, Junji Ito. I love Junji Ito. I forgot completely. The last one I read by him was Smashed, and I really liked that collection of short stories. I'm a huge fan of Junji Ito, though, so I love almost everything he writes, basically. So, yes. So I would highly recommend everything by him. Oh, and then also I forgot the Drifting Classroom by Kazu Mays is amazing. Definitely highly recommend that one. If you're squeamish to like children in dangerous situations, though, don't read it because it's very um, it's very emotional and effective, and I really like it. But I it's just a very fascinating classic horror manga, so I recommend it, but only if you can handle that subject matter for sure. Yes, I've heard Goblin is amazing. I want to watch it so bad. I don't have what's that subscription service for K-dramas? There's one that's like a Netflix for K-dramas that I need to look into. I believe Goblin's on there, and I want to watch it. Yes. Oh, and I didn't realize the main actor from Train to Busan is in Goblin. So that makes me want to watch it even more because he's amazing in that movie. Oh, okay, here's a suggestion. Always never yours. Okay, I'll look into that. Yeah, I know I don't really make booktube videos much anymore. I haven't really been reading, honestly. Like, the last novel I read or tried to read, I couldn't really, like, get into, and it just kind of frustrated me. And when a book frustrates me, I just can't read. So that's kind of why I haven't really been making videos, but I should write this down because I'm gonna forget. I will write this down right now just so I don't forget because I know I will. I will write down this title because thank you. I am always looking for new recommendations. It's hard to write and speak at the same time. Emily Wooberly. I will look into this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always looking for good novels. Like, I still like reading. I just don't read as often as I want to. Yes, I've heard. Yeah, I love Higurashi as well, Britt. I adore that series. I love how like thrilling it became in season 2, and well, not thrilling. It's very different from season 1, and I really liked the way that the story developed in that season. I have heard very good things about I Am a Hero. Very good things. I think it has a live action movie as well that I should probably look into. I really want to read it though, because I've heard really good things. Yes. Oh, here's a good question. Okay. So it says if there's a TV show canceled way too early that you wish deserved one more season, which would you pick and why? Okay, so I have kind of a controversial opinion on this because I feel like I'm like one of the only people in America that liked the show. But I was a really big fan of Flashpoint when it came out a long time ago. And I can't really remember the plot now, but at the time I really liked it. I think it was like a time travel kind of show. And then another one I really liked, oh, I don't remember the name of it. Crap. It was like, oh no, I can't think of it. It was kind of like Dinotopia in a way, but like it was about humans that like go to this other planet, I think, and they like terraform it. And there's like dinosaurs and weird creatures. So I don't know. Those are the two that I would say I wish got more. Terra Nova, yes. Terra Nova is the one that I was thinking of. I liked that first episode. I never continued it, but I did like it. Yes, that was the one I was thinking of. So those are my two like American TV shows that I feel got canceled too early. I'm trying to think if there's any others that I watched that I enjoyed, but I can't really think of any. I mean, Community got canceled like twice, so I just love Community. So maybe that's my honest answer. I love that show. Terrell also asks if I think Pokemon went downhill because it ran too long. So an interesting thing about Pokemon is like it's one of those like constant things in pop culture, and like I loved the original like 90s show, the original like Kanto region, and I loved it up to basically Johto and some of Hoenn region. But it's interesting about that show because they like modernize it every season, so it's not really made for the fans of the original. Really, it's like they're making it for the children of that era too. So I don't think it like needs to get canceled or anything. If that's what I don't know if you're implying that, but like Yes, it's extremely long, but it's also one of those things where like it's not really made for me anymore. So like I feel like it's worth watching for the kids that enjoy it now. So I don't know. That's my personal opinion though. But yeah, I did definitely like get out of it eventually. Same with Yu-Gi-Oh. Um, so yeah, personally I did get out of it, but I still rewatched the old Pokemon episodes because of nostalgia. Like I have rewatched season 1 like 5 times. I love it. So yeah, that's my answer. Oh, oh no, no! Oh, that makes me so sad. Oh, I loved AJ and the Queen. No. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. That was a funny show. I love that show. I haven't finished it yet on Netflix because I was watching it with my sister before I moved and before the whole thing happened. So I'm very sad that it's canceled. Oh, oh. And I've not watched the other 2 shows that you mentioned. I've heard of Dark Angel, though. I've heard a lot of people like that one, of course. Um, yeah, I need to watch. I haven't watched Gallivant yet. Oh my gosh. I'm sad though. I know you loved that show. I think my friends adored that show too. My like old coworkers, they're still my friends though. I love them. But they loved that show too. So yeah, that's sad. It's so sad when certain shows get canceled. It's so sad. Um, oh, I've never heard of this show. Okay, so again, I don't watch like every show that ever comes out, but I'm sad that you like that show and then it got canceled. It's so frustrating when that happens. It's so frustrating. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's so weird to think about. Yeah, I know. I can't really stand the new actors either because I'm so used to the original cast. So I'm so used to that. And it's so weird to hear the characters. It's weird because it's the same characters that we grew up with. So when we hear them with a new voice, it's so different. And it's so weird. And it's also, again, I agree with you, it's so weird to think about this. That they've been around for over 10 years now. It's so weird. It's so weird to think about. Oh my god. Like seriously, 10 years ago feels like 2002 still. It's weird. Um, oh, I've not heard of this one. Skyland. Huh. I haven't heard of that. Interesting. I'm glad you liked it though. It's always sad when a series gets canceled that you enjoy for sure. It's sad. I'm gonna drink something now because I've been wanting to drink for like 5 minutes. And so breathe. Oh god. So yeah, it's sad, but yeah, there's a lot of TV shows that are really, really good and just don't hit, they don't land. Audiences don't like them for whatever reason. Um, Ooh, okay, here's a good question. And I'm not very good at thinking of movies on the spot. Okay, so coming of age 90s movie. The first like thing that popped in my head was an 80s movie, sadly, so I can't say that. Because the first thing that popped in my head when I think of coming of age movie is Stand By Me, and that's 86, I believe. So that's not the right answer. Let's see, a 90s movie. Oh my gosh. I feel so bad. I'm really bad at thinking of things on the spot. Um Cat's a coming of age story. I it, no, I don't think it does, but I love Homeward Bound. I don't know if that's coming of age. It's probably not. That's not because it's about animals, but it's about a journey, like kind of. I love that movie. um I'm trying to think of like teen movies or childhood movies that I liked. Um, Gosh, the only like '90s coming of age movie I can think of is My Girl, and I didn't really even like that movie that much. Not that it was bad, but like it didn't really do much for me. Gosh, I can't think of many. Space Jam. And the Good Burger. There you go. Those are my answers. And now I feel very ridiculous. That's my answer. That's great, though. um, yeah, it's crazy to think that Pokemon's been around for over 20 years. Oh my god. Oh, oh, that's cool, Nicole. I have always wanted to watch or meet the cast members for Pokemon. I might have I met any of them? I don't think I have. If I ever meet, um, like Eric Stewart or Rachel Lillis, oh my god, I love all of them. Um, and yeah, I would die. They were my childhood for sure. Um, oh, excuse me, sorry. Um, yeah, that's crazy to think about that the cast change was 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Ah, my dinner is coming back. um, Okay, we're talking about Skyland. Okay, interesting. I want to hear about this. Okay, so it's about a 17-year-old pilot and his sister. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay, that kind of reminds me of not because of their spy. I don't know why it reminds me of this, but it reminds me of the Golden Compass for some reason. I really like that show that came out recently. That was really good. Um, that sounds really interesting though. Um, Oh yeah, The Sandlot is a good like coming of age story. Um, yeah, that makes me think of my childhood too. Um, yes. Oh, The Sandlot. Oh man. Oh my God, why did I not think of this? Oh my gosh, Amy, you're so right. 10 Things I Hate About You is so freaking good. Oh, I love that film. But I didn't like grow up with it though. I watched it like very kind of recently. So yeah, I love that movie though. That's really good. Um, yeah, yes, The Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Oh, so good. Um, um, it's been a little while. I need to rewatch Bird Burger. I should rewatch that tonight because then I can like have a fun movie night. That would be fun. I love Good Burger. That's good though. Um, Oh, that's awesome. Yes, I really want to meet those voice actors so much, Nicole. Yes. Um, mhm. um, I also was a big fan of Lizzie McGuire as well. I also liked Even Stevens was pretty good. The Proud Family was one of my favorite like Disney shows. I really liked that one for sure. Um, yeah, I like 10 Things I Hate About You. That was a good movie. I don't know if you consider coming of age. See, that's the thing. I'm really like bad with like general terms like that, so I'll just think of random movies and just random '90s movies in general. So I can't think of any. So yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, Bring It On. I remember Bring It On. Oh my gosh, that's a good. Oh, that's a good movie. Another one that I really like. This isn't really. I don't know if this is '90s or early 2000s. It kind of mixed in my mind. But like I like the old Disney original movies of the of back then. Um, I really love those movies. Like, what were some of my favorites? Smart House is one. I really like Smart House. Um, oh, what was the one? Like, there's a horror movie that they did like about the boogeyman that I can't remember. Like it's like Don't Look Under the Bed or something. That freaked me out so bad. Oh, and My 13th Year was my favorite one about the merman. Oh my gosh, I love that movie. I love the old Disney original movies. Oh, and then also one of my other favorite was Motocrossed about the teenage female motocross girl who races in that race. It's been a long time since I watched it, but I love that one. And then the twin basketball players, I love that movie too. There's a lot of good older Disney movies that I loved. Um, Yeah, that's very true. That like coming of age is a very general term, and so it's hard to like think of like if I'm thinking of like '80s coming of age movies, I'm thinking of like the '80s comedies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Breakfast Club, and like I mentioned, the my brain's dying again. Stand by Me. I love that movie too. Um, oh, I also love Nightmare Before Christmas. That was one of my absolute favorites as well. That's a really good movie. So good. Um, oh, interesting. Came out when he turned 13. See, that's an interest. I that's interesting because like I had a lot of weird fears growing up too. Like I was always scared of the drain and the toilet. Like I thought I was gonna get sucked in or whatever. But that's a really interesting fear. I'm trying to think if there's any like weird like phobias I had when I was a kid. I don't know. Besides like getting sucked down the drain, and that's pretty more common. Um, yeah, I can't really think of any, but yeah, the Brat Pack films are very good. I haven't watched all of them actually. I haven't seen. Oh, which one haven't I seen? I've seen parts of St. Elmo's Fire, but I don't think I've ever watched the whole thing, and I don't think I've seen Pretty in Pink. If that's those are both Brat Pack films, right? I haven't seen all of them, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to. It's one of those things. I need to. Um, yes. Oh yes. Okay. I'm going back a little bit before we talk about more movies because I missed this comment. Um, yes, I have met. Let's see. I've met J. Michael Tatum. He's very nice. He's very sweet. I highly recommend meeting him. I haven't met Ian Sinclair yet, but I really want to. And I have met Lucy Christian. She's amazing. She's super sweet. And then also, I haven't met David Matrango, but I really like that voice actor. So I'm really interested in meeting him someday. Let's see. I don't really know much about seiyus, but I know that like getting a seiyu to appear at a con is very expensive. So I hope that you can eventually meet them someday because it's not very easy to do that. But that would be really awesome if you do get the chance. Let's see. Yes, where was I? I'm lost again. Yeah, I like some of the like so Disney animation. So let's talk about that for a second. I like the more modern now. Like there's certain eras of Disney that I like more than others. Like the Renaissance era is definitely one of my favorites with Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King. I like that. And then I like the new. Is it called the New Renaissance? I know Britt knows about this more than I do. But like the Tangled and Frozen, I like those films as well. So it's kind of I like certain ones from certain eras. But I think the '90s like Renaissance era is definitely my absolute favorite. But I do like the more modern stuff. Big Hero 6 is one of my favorites. I love that movie. I love Zootopia. That was so good. So yeah, I don't know. It's but we all have our different tastes, of course. Like there's different eras in Disney that some people will like more than others, and that's totally fine. That's awesome. Um, I do remember Pixel Perfect, kind of. Was that the one that had the actor from, what is that movie? Phil of the Future? Is that right? I can't remember, but I kind of vaguely remember that one. Um, That's interesting. Okay, yeah, yeah, I was scared of like spiders coming up from under the drain, so I totally get this. And girl, you know I'm a sinner. Like, girl, have you seen what I read, girl? I am a sinner, and I don't care. So yeah, deal with it. Let's see. Um. Oh yeah, Disney Channel original movies. I honestly didn't even know that they were still like making Disney Channel original movies because like I thought that like ended but it's probably just because I stopped watching them. So I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. Oh, cool. I do like Ren from Dramatical Murder, so that's awesome. I hope we get to meet them someday. And yeah, as Britt says, they are very very expensive to get any Japanese guests. So it hopefully you'll be able to have it or meet them someday. But you kind of have to go to the expensive cons if you want to. Sadly. Um, so here's an interesting question. What are my thoughts on Stephanie Meyer releasing Midnight Sun? I don't really have an opinion because I don't really care, honestly. Like I was really into Twilight in like the beginning, and then something happened later on that I just started despising it. I'm not like that now, but I definitely liked it at first, and then slowly like started to realize how horribly written it is and like other things about it. So I personally am not excited, but I know I have friends that are, and I don't want to take that away from them. So I say enjoy it if you like it. Um, that's what I was. I almost said that, Britt. I just didn't want to say it like, and if I'm messing up, I don't know. So I'm very conscious of whether I'm saying the right thing sometimes. So the second Renaissance, yes. So like Tangled and Frozen, yeah. I like that era, definitely. Um, let's see. Yeah, I do like the late 80s as well. So that's like, I know I might be getting my years mixed up. Um, trying to think of 80s. See, like, this is another thing where, like, off the top of my head, like, I think of, and it might be a 90s, so I don't want to say it, but, like, wasn't, like, The Little Mermaid 89 or something, or was, yeah, something like that. And what else was there? And I mix up the 80s and the 70s sometimes, so, like, I think of, like, Aristocats. Oh, wait, The Black Cauldron, I remember that one is at 85, I believe. I like The Black Cauldron. That was definitely really interesting, a really dark movie, for sure. Oh, and yes, I am wearing a Cowboy Bebop shirt. Yes, I am. It's one of my like days off shirts. So that's just one of the shirts that I tend to like wear all the time. Um, yeah, I agree. Twilight had a lot of hype around it, and it honestly wasn't that great. So I don't know. It is what it is. Have fun with it though. Um, let's see. Um, modern present day Disney stuff. So like reboots. Um, I mean they're gonna do what makes money, honestly, and like you can't really stop them. I haven't really watched very many of the reboots. Have I watched any of them? Hmm, I don't remember. I don't think I've watched really like any of the reboots. I do like Marvel and Star Wars though. I am a big fan of those. Marvel is definitely one that I like to like watch with friends. I'm not like huge fan of it, but like it's one of those like social experiences that I enjoy watching. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I like the modern stuff. Like I said about if you're talking about like reboots in general, like I'm curious about the Mulan reboot for sure. I want to watch that. I really like how they're doing that one, so I'm very curious about that one. Um, yeah, Renaissance is a hard word to spell. I don't blame you. That's totally fine. um, yes. Yeah, sometimes the hype of anything can ruin it because, like, I felt that way about The Dark Knight when it came out because everyone loves The Dark Knight, and I just didn't. I didn't get it, and I know that's like a taboo thing to say about a film, but I honestly didn't really get it, and yeah. So, but that's fine. We can have our own opinions, of course. Um, Yeah, I agree. The movies were not that great for Twilight. No. So, yeah. And it is what it is. Oh, yes. Yes, The Fox and the Hound is so good. It's one of those movies I can't rewatch though, because like it's just so sad. I just can't watch it. And then also, I don't know if this is 80s or 90s. I think it's 80s actually. But The Brave Little Toaster is one of my favorites too. I really like it a lot. That one's also very dark because there are some Disney movies that just get really super dark. Um, let's see. Okay, here's a good question. Who's my favorite female character in the MCU? Um, that's interesting. That's a good question. I am a big fan of. I'm trying to think. Like, I can't think of their names, and I feel so bad. Um, I really like the female characters in the Black Panther movie. Um, I'm sorry, I can't remember names at all, but I love them. They were badass and awesome. Um, uh, I can't remember their names. I'm so sorry. And then I also like, let's see, I like Black Widow. She's never one of my absolute favorites. Um, I'm trying to think who else was I a big fan of. I like. I'm so bad with names. Oh my god. What is her name? Gamora. Not Gamora. Was it Gamora or her sister? Her sister. Nebula. I like Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. I really like her. And she's also played by one of my favorite actresses. What is her name? Again, terrible with names. The girl who was in Doctor Who. Oh my god. My nerd card just needs to be taken away apparently. Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch is a good one. I like Scarlet Witch. She's good too. Hi Shay, how are you, hon? I'm glad you got to make it. I'm probably gonna end the stream somewhat soon, but it's nice to see you. Let's see. Yeah, I watch some new movies, but I'm not like I haven't gone to the theater in a long time, and I don't think any of us are really going to the theater right now, or I know none of us are. Let's see. Oh, this is a good comment. I am also a huge fan of Interview with the Vampire. Actually, one of my favorite books is The Vampire Lestat. I read that in high school and loved it. I couldn't get into Queen of the Damned, though. I tried reading it, and it was just so dry. And then it was very, very like lore-y, if that makes sense. Because she's like trying to like set up later stories and doing a lot of backstory, and I just found that so dry. But I did like the Vampire Lestat for sure. Oh, here's a good, interesting question. Do I watch or up to date with RuPaul's Drag Race? I actually have not seen any Drag Race at all, and that's okay. I want to watch it because I've heard it's amazing, but it's just never been one of those things that I've ever had really much desire to watch. Sadly, because I love drag queens, but like I never watched it. I have watched a lot of like the drag queen music videos on YouTube though, like William Bella's and what's the other one I really love? What's her name? Latrice Royale. I love her. So like I have certain drag queens that I love, but like yeah, I haven't actually watched Drag Race. I haven't actually watched Riverdale, so that's one of the series that I just never got into. I have heard that it kind of gets a little derailed later on, so I'm not sure if I want to watch it or not. Maybe someday. Interesting. I actually recently got Vassalord from a friend or a viewer recently, so I do want to read that. I'm very sad because like it never got completed. It's another one of those Tokyo Pop manga that just never got finished. And you know, this is totally fair. You don't have to like get into the hype because like you know there's certain things that we're not into, and that's totally fine. And there are even some like Marvel movies that I don't personally like that much. But I watch them mostly for the like experience of watching them with friends mostly. So That's totally fair, and I don't blame you at all, at all. Um, let's see, Aisha, yay! I loved Brave Little Toaster. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Land Before Time is one of my favorite movies as well. That's another one that's also very, very dark and just kind of grim in a way, sort of like the beginning at least, with like, I think, wasn't like her, was it Littlefoot's grandmother or was it his parents? I forget. But oh, I love that movie too. That was so good. Oh, so many movies. I'm getting tired. I'm almost yawned, but I didn't. Hmm. Oh yes, Karen Gillan. Gillan was the actress that I was thinking of. I really like her actually in Oculus. There's a horror movie called Oculus that I think was on Netflix that I really really liked, and she's brilliant in that movie. She's so good. Yay! I'm glad to see the Brave Little Toaster love. It's really good. I think it's kind of underrated for sure. Um, I'm glad you hopped on, Shay. Oh my gosh. Now that Shay's here, I totally forgot what we were going to talk about. I was going to talk about Fire in His Fingertips, and I never freaking did. So, but it's kind of too late now, 2 hours in. Oh well. If I could, like, briefly talk about it, I freaking adored it, and I thought it was fantastic. Um, if you're a fan of, like, smutty Josei manga, it is real, honey. It is real. It is there, and I was there for it. I will say there are. I don't. I guess. Well, I can talk about it. I'm not going to be part of the Thirsty Thursday live stream, so I can talk about it. But there were certain things about it that, like, I didn't think were that great. Not really, like, content wise. Okay, so um, I am not, like, a huge fan of, like, very extremely muscular guys, and this guy is a very extremely muscular guy. And to the point that it's almost kind of gross. And I know that's kind of sad to say, but like the muscles on him were not very enticing for me, but the booty, though, was very enticing. But that's like, I personally am a booty chaser anyway. So like, I just derailed. Wow, this stream went somewhere I did not expect it to. I wish I would have gone and talked about this like 2 hours ago, honey. But yeah, I would highly recommend this manga because it's good. Not for children though. It is 18 plus, not for kids. It is not made for you, honey. So don't read it unless you're over 18. But oh my god, I'm so excited for the Thirsty Thursday live stream. I can't wait for you guys to talk about it. Oh my god. Let's see. I totally ignored the chat to go on that little rant, so there you go. There you go. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about the Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned. Yeah, I wish I liked Queen of the Damned. I wish I did. It was very... I don't know. I want to read more though, because I want to read. I want to read part of like the good books. Like I've heard, it gets good later and also kind of weird later. So I'm just curious about it. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna highlight Shay's comment because yes, Queen. She found a sexy romance, motorcycle club. Yes. Okay, I should write that down. I'm gonna write that down before I forget, and yes, we're gonna look into that. Click, Torpedo Ink, Harpoon Torpedo. If you get that reference, you're a '90s kid, and I love you. Yes, Christine Feehan. Oh, Christine Feehan. She wrote the Dark. Series. Dark Lover series. Not Dark Lover. That's something completely different. She wrote a series that Shay likes. I'm really bad at names. Oh, yes. We're talking about AJ and the Queen. I'm really behind on comments. Oh my god. Um, I really want to answer this comment before I continue. This was 5 minutes ago. I'm so sorry. Um, what's the one shocking anime death that I can't get over? So, obviously, this is going to be spoilers because it's a question that requires spoilers. Um, I don't know if it's shocking in a way, but one death I've never gotten over, ever. It's from the anime Wolf's Rain. If you haven't seen Wolf's Rain, mute the video so you're not spoiled. But basically, every character in that show is the most shocking death and most saddest death have ever seen in anime, and I can't get over. Is specifically, oh god, I love all those characters, so it's hard to narrow it down to one. But Hige and Blue's death destroyed me, absolutely destroyed me. But every character's death in that show destroyed me. So, but it's so good, and I'm such a masochist that I've watched that show 5 times, and I will still probably rewatch it to this day because it's so effective and so beautiful and so horrifying and wonderful. Yeah, so watch Wolf's Rain if you haven't yet. Let's see. I have seen a little of Trinity Blood. I never watched the whole thing. I stopped right at the end. And that's another Tokyo Pop manga that I don't think got completed, sadly. I did read a little bit of it, and it didn't really interest me that much. But, to each his own. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I actually have not heard of this YouTuber, but that sounds like something interesting to check out. I'm really interested in fan dubs and I really like cover artists as well and singers, so I may have to check that out. Yes, Britt, I have seen The Last Unicorn. I've seen it, but it's been so long since I've seen it, so I would definitely watch it with you again because it's been a while, and I know that's one of your favorite movies, so we should definitely watch it. Absolutely watch it. Yes. Oh yes, Shay, yes. I love The Secret of Nim. Oh my god, that was so good. I love that movie. I also liked the American Tail films. I liked the first one. I don't remember the other ones very well, but it was never one that was my absolute favorite, but I did like it. Oh, and that makes me think of another one that I really like. Cats Don't Dance is one of my absolute favorite animated films of all time. I love that movie. It's so good, so funny. Oh, I love it so much. Yes. The Last Unicorn is good. It's been so long since I watched it, so I don't have the biggest opinion about it because it's been a while, but I do want to rewatch it because it's definitely one that I want to check out again. I would highly recommend The Brave Little Toaster. It's so good. I can't remember if the sequels were worth watching though. They were weird. They went to Mars. I don't know. It was weird, but I do recommend the first one. It's good. Let's see. Oh, here's a good question. What's the best manga to anime adaptation I ever saw? Let's see. The first one that popped in my mind was Death Note, mostly because I enjoy watching Death Note more than reading it, because I can't get over the writing in Death Note, and it's so dry. So I would say I enjoy watching that way more than reading it. The worst one, the first one that's popping in my mind is Holic. I don't think the Holic anime is bad. I just think that it's so odd because they take random chapters from the manga and splice them together randomly, and it makes the story just very, very random. I mean, there's not. I don't know. I just couldn't get into the anime, but I really like the manga. Yes, Shay. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. Um, and it's not even like I do like muscles, but like he just had too many, if that makes sense. Like I like seeing abs, but I don't like seeing the little like bumps on the side of his like his frame. It didn't do anything for me. But I did like his booty. Anyway, that's what I don't know. That's just my thing. And I also like bigger men anyway. So you know me. I am my type. Like I am my type. If I had like a clone, I would have fun. Yes. Let's see. Oh, I know. I am way behind in the chat now. This is 8 minutes behind. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I'm glad you enjoyed my freak out for that manga because it is good, honey. Actually, I will say both his booty and her booty are great. I personally was looking at his booty, but her booty was great too. I don't knock anything. Like they were both beautiful, except for his muscles. But everything else about him was pretty much beautiful. And there's one thing in particular I want to talk about, but I can't talk about because this is an 18 plus stream, and I don't need to talk about that. But there's something about him that I also like that I can't say in worry of getting flagged by YouTube. But if you know, you know. um, let's see. Oh, here's a good one actually. Let's see. Um, and let's see. I've thought that Mean Girls is a lighter and a darker. Okay, this is interesting because I've actually not seen Heathers. That is also a movie that's on Shudder, and it's on my list, and I will watch it definitely. I love Mean Girls though, so and what's interesting about Mean Girls is that like I think of what's that movie? I think of Clueless whenever I think of Mean Girls because when I was younger, Clueless was like my favorite 90s movie, and I just remembered that like right now. So I should have remembered that earlier. But then like I rewatched it like semi recently, and it didn't really age well. It really didn't. There's a gay character in it who is not really gay, and there's just jokes in it that they're not funny. They might have been funny in 1996, but they're not anymore. And I don't know. It's just I'm really sad that I don't love Clueless as much as I do anymore, and it's sad. But I'll definitely have to check out Heather's for sure. Okay, see that's why I couldn't think of the name because it's not actually called the Dark Whatever series. It's the Carpathian series. Thank you. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you. I couldn't think of it though. Yes. Yes, Wolf's Rain. So sad. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god, Hige and Blue's death was so sad. Oh. So sad. So I haven't really been following the news too much. I do agree that people are getting crazy during this pandemic, and like even my some people in my life have been like talking about a lot of the crazy things that have happened, and it's sad. It's really sad. Like even just not just with like that death, but other deaths in the same like vein are just sad and just awful, and people are just crazy, and it's so sad. I don't want any more death like that. That's just awful. Um, yes, I love Catstone Dance. It's so good. Ugh, it's so good. Um, Also, yes. Oh, sorry, I just skipped a copy. I'm sorry. I have read a little bit of Ancient Magus Bride, a little bit. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, so I haven't continued it. Even though I know I have friends that love it, and I don't knock them for loving it, I just couldn't really get into it. But I do want to try reading it again because I do want to enjoy it for sure. Um, Let's see. Yeah, I agree. The intro for Holic is amazing. I love that song so much, so much. And then I don't know what this is referring to. Are my hands blue? Are they blue? I don't remember. I haven't been drawing. I don't know. It might be just the lighting, so I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, okay, this is. I had to like look closely to see what that was. I think that's an eggplant emoji, and if it is, then yes, yes, honey, it is nice. Mm-hmm. Um, excuse me. Yeah, I want to watch Heather's. I actually don't know what it's about, so I'll go in blind. But from what you guys have told me, it is messed up, and I'm interested. I mean, obviously it's on Shudder, so it makes sense that it's ridiculous and messed up. Um, oh, here's a good question. What 90s live action Nickelodeon show do I prefer? All That or The Amanda Show? See, I love both of them, but I see, like, there's certain skits from both that I freaking adore. I love All That. I love All That. I love the Inconvenience store skit so much. It's so funny. Um, I love, like, Good Burger, and Ask Ashley was freaking hilarious. So I feel like I would go with All That if I had to choose, but I do love the Amanda Show as well. So kind of both. um, hmm. It might have been the lighting. I don't know, but I don't think I have blue hands. I hope I don't, because they're okay. um, yes. I do have to check out Heather's. I will have to do that. And yeah, I also grew up on 2000s All That for sure too. Eventually, I like stopped watching it. I think later on, once the original cast kind of went away. But I did like certain skits in the newer one too. Like I loved Sugar and Coffee. I love that skit. Um, and there was just a lot of. It just got kind of weird later on. But I did like it in some sense. Um, and yes, I love Kenan and Kel. Kenan and Kel is a great show as well. I adore it. I like that whole era. Hi, Lori. Thank you for joining my stream. It's good to see you. I don't know who loves orange soda. Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? Mm-hmm. I do, I do, I do, I do. Ooh. I love that. I love that show. I love that skit. I love everything. And Good Burger. Everything. So good. Let's see. Oh, yes. I forgot about that. The Know Your Stars skit was so funny. Oh my gosh. That was a good one. That is a good one. I do like that one. I also love Drake and Josh and iCarly. I never watched Victorious. That's one I missed. I think iCarly was the last one I watched, but I do love both of those shows for sure. Um, yes. We can talk about Animal Crossing again. I'm loving Animal Crossing. I've just gotten some new villagers recently, so I'm very, very excited about them. I've decided to change my town a little bit. I'm going to make my town entirely of male villagers because it's Barra Bay, and that makes total sense to me. So I'm gonna have to say goodbye to some of them. I only have 3 female villagers, so it's almost already a meat show anyway, so it's fine. But I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. It's so good. And I hope you're enjoying it too, because I have to come to your island, by the way. I need to message you later, but yeah, I want to come to your island and check it out, because I would love to see what you've been doing on it. So I hope you're enjoying it as well. Yeah, I also agree that Dan Schneider is incredible. He is so Oh, he's so funny. Oh my god. He writes just such great humor. Oops. I don't know what we're referring to here. I just kind of clicked on this comment, but thank you. I am pretty perfect. Yes. Um, and Lori agrees. Yes. um, yeah. Okay. This is kind of okay. So, oh yay. Okay. So did you want him to move out? I think you just said that earlier that you wanted him to move out. I like Alfonso. Um, he's not someone that I want in my town though, or my island. So it's okay. I won't. I won't. I don't need Alfonso, but I'm glad that he's moving out. I think you said that you wanted him to move out, right? Excuse me. Um, yes. I don't remember, or did you not want him to move out? I don't remember, but yeah, I like Alfonso though. Yes, we will. I will message you later, and I'll get your. We'll talk on. We'll do a we'll do an Animal Crossing thing. What's this? Um, let's see. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you wanted me to highlight this comment, but like what you like, girl. Enjoy everything. Like he is fantastic. I love iCarly, and I love, you know, Drake and Josh and all that. I have no shame. Let's see. There's a lot of skits and all that, and Drake and Josh that or not Drake and Josh, Amanda show that I don't really remember. So I don't remember this skit, so I'm sorry. But maybe I'll look it up on YouTube and see what, because I'm sure I've watched it, but it's just been a long time. Um, you know what? I agree with this statement. Terraforming is so intimidating in Animal Crossing, so intimidating. So I don't blame you at all. On my island, it looks nice. It's a 5-star island, but there are certain things about it that I do not like. And yeah, so I feel you. I feel you. And good luck. Good luck. Just have fun. Take it slowly. Do things like at your own pace, and try not to get overwhelmed. So that's awesome. So that's my advice to you. Okay, cool. So I also love Alfonso. Phoebe's the one you want to move out. That's the bird. That's right. So I hope Phoebe moves out then. Oh, and also, Aisha, since we're talking about moving out villagers. Okay, so here's a tip for you. Since you just had Alfonso say that, oh, excuse me, he wants you to move out, that thought bubble will transfer to your other villagers over the next few days. So if you watch it, keep an eye on it, and Phoebe might get that thought bubble in order to move out. Because that's what happened with me, because I think Walker had it for a little bit, and then the next day, Lopez had it, and I asked him to move out. So just be patient, and in the next couple of days, hopefully Phoebe will have that thought bubble, because it transfers to the next villager. If you say no to it, I think. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but that's what I've heard. Here's a good question. Okay. So dream villagers that I want that are men or guys, whatever, male villagers. I was actually just thinking about this on my walk with my dog. So I really want Biscuit. He's one of my dreamies. I have him in my New Leaf town. He's not one that I like absolutely need, but he's one of my favorite villagers of all time. So I would love to have him in my town. Another one that I was thinking of, I really, really want is Grizzly. He's a bear villager. He's a cranky bear villager, and he's obviously a grizzly bear. And I feel like Barabe needs a bear character because, hello, hi, I am a bear. Hello, me, hello. Yes, I need a bear villager. So I feel like Grizzly would be a good fit. And then another one I was thinking of, like, if I ever find Chow, I will invite him to my town because I do like Chow as well. And then, was there any others that I kind of wanted? I was thinking of Roscoe, who is a cranky horse villager that I really like. But I also kind of play the game randomly. So if I ever do like island hopping and I find a villager that just kind of matches, I will go with it. Because that's what happened with Kyle. Because Kyle is one of my like new favorite villagers. I love him. He's a musician and he's fabulous, and I love him. So I'll organically play the game and see who pops up. But those are like my like wants right now, at least. I don't know if there's any others. There might have been. There's a lot of really cute villagers that I like. Um, yeah, I know. I've heard about the rumors of Dan Schneider, and yeah, it's gross, and I try to just like it's awful to think about, but I try to separate the art from the artist a lot of the times too. Um, but it grosses me out as well. Um, what's this though? Yeah, see, like I'm also kind of like Aisha. I don't have any villagers that I despise. Like even like the ones that most people will like think are ugly, I think are cute. So like there's not many that I don't like. I really like Rodney. He's so fun. So yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? No shame in this at all. My town is very unfinished. Even though I do have 5 stars, I don't feel like it's a 5-star town because it's it's a mess. It is a mess right now. So take your time with it. It'll get there. You'll get there eventually. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm losing the chat. Um, um, okay, here's a good question from Lori because she hasn't played Animal Crossing yet. So terraforming isn't like hard; it's just very tedious. Um, so like you basically have to lay down your paths on your island, and then you can also like destroy cliffs and add like waterways to your island. And it's like you can only do it like a 4x4 block of space, so it's very tedious. So you have to do it in every space. So that's why it's hard, because it's a huge island and there's a lot to do with that. It's why most of my friends, myself included, who are like at like 200, 300, 400 plus hours of Animal Crossing, because it takes a long time, girl. So that's why. Um, yes, you're welcome, Aisha. I hope you can get your bird to move out as well, because hopefully it'll work out. Because it's just to be patient. I time traveled because I'm impatient, so you can be patient though. That's fine. Yes, I hope that they move out though. Oh, good night. Good night, Rebecca. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for coming to my stream. Okay, I think everyone's kind of starting to wind down now. Oh, good night, Britt. Have a good night. I love you. Oh, yes. Okay. So I also, Beardo was one of the ones that I was also kind of thinking of, because I do like his design as well. And honestly, I kind of like the cub barreled as well, who's kind of like Beardo in a way. So I would invite him to my town if I saw him as well. And yes, oh, thank you, Shay. I hope he doesn't leave though, because I know you love him. So I don't want, if he does, I guess I will take him. But also I don't want you to like not have your bear anymore, because I know you love him. So you keep him. I'll get him eventually. It's fine. Thank you though. Yes, I'm gonna say goodbye to Shay. Bye, Shay. I love you so much. I'm gonna wind down the stream too in a little bit. But thank you for coming. I'm gonna answer this question because I love it, and I can't stop talking. I love the Golden Girls. Oh, so for me, Golden Girls is my favorite. I know that might be controversial, but I love Lucy too. It's iconic. But The Golden Girls is my favorite sitcom of all time. So that is my answer. I love it so much. Yes. Oh, thank you for coming, Art Tech. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Enjoy your dinner. Yes. Let's see. I am actually not sure if they're gonna fix it or not. I don't know if it's something that necessarily needs to be fixed. It's just like a tedious thing about Animal Crossing. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully someday. Also, thank you for coming, Terrell. Thank you so much. You have a good night. Bye. Yeah, I think I'm gonna also end the stream here because I'm getting kind of tired and it's starting to get dark, so I need to walk the dog. But thank you guys so much for watching. It was fun to just chill and hang out with you guys. We talked about a lot of stuff, so thank you very, very much for joining me. And I hope you have a fabulous night as always. And yes, thank you so much. Please remember, guys, for the love of all that is gay, stay sexy.